How you going, guys? Out again ferreting today. Hope you're all doing well. Rabbit's sitting out over there. Another one there, Fleet's just looking at it. He knows it'll drop in as soon as he runs over. Some big ones sitting there. Anyway, I'm out here doing one of the paddocks that I do every now and again. And I haven't done this burrow for quite some time. Stretches out to behind that log there. So I'm going to run along that all the way around. There's another big burrow there, another big burrow there. And these are big burrows, these two. Another one a little bit further on, and there's 3 or 4 up this way. So I'm going to chuck the long net around. Yeah, it looks like there's some in it. I haven't done this burrow for a while, but normally you do alright. They normally come out and run that way. So I'll put the long net all the way around. This section here might be a bit of a worry. Well, I could probably come up here, go around the gate, go all the way around. Alright, I'll get the long net set up, guys, and we'll get back to you. I've got 5 ferrets with me today. I've got Jess, the old brigade, Sally, Willow and Sissy, and I've got Tess as well. So not Tess. Anyway, I'll have a look. Not exactly sure what have I got. Sally, Willow, and Sissy, Jess and Chase. Alright, that's who I've got with me today. A few hawks. That rabbit's dropped down now. So yeah, I'm not expecting to get a million here, but I'll probably get, you know, I'll get 4 or 5 out of here. I'll be happy. Get back to you guys. Just so while I'm putting this net up, I just want to show you, like, this is actually sandy ground, and even though it's sandy, I just want to show you how hard it is for this time of year. So if you wonder why I'm not putting trackers on, this is going to tell you. That's how hard the pegs are to put in. You get a ferret stuck in here in this sandy ground, because they're deep. They dig them out when the ground's soft in the winter. They go down deep. If you have to dig them out of here, it'll be a minimum 2-hour dig. Minimum. So if we get one stuck, you're going to be in trouble, mate. You're better off to let the ferret, in 2 hours time the ferret will dig past the rabbit anyway, so that's my point. A little bit softer up here. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll go across here and then all the way around. Okay guys, I'll keep going, get back to you. It's a nice paddock to do in summer here. As you know, in Australia we get a few snakes, and what I try and tend to do is this time of year is stick to paddocks that I've got, permissions that I've got. Just let that go down. That where you can see where you're walking and you see what you're doing. I don't like walking through long grass, especially during season when the snakes are out, for obvious reasons. So, but you can see here it's clear enough. If there were snakes here, you'd be able to see them mostly. So you've got to be a little bit careful in summer. Not so much for me, but for the dogs. Like if we get bit, you know, chances are I've got all the right gear for snake bites. I'm going to be okay. The dogs, on the other hand, we lose a few in Australia every year to snake bites. They're usually not so lucky. They don't normally survive. They're being smaller and they die a lot faster. hard to bandage them up, etc. But anyway, that's part and parcel of ferreting in Australia. I was talking to a bloke again on the YouTube channel the other day, and he was asking me about snakes in Australia. He's in the UK, and I said to him, well, you know, what really are your options? You know, like, you've got to, I mean, we understand the dangers, we just, it's pretty rare for it to happen. Like, I haven't seen many snakes in, you know, all the years I've been going. But you do see them, you know, they do come out of the burrows every now and again. I remember when I lived out at Swan Hill, I put a couple of ferrets in a burrow, and the ferret was taking its time, and then about 10 minutes after I was waiting, this brown snake came out of the burrow, and it was one of the biggest browns I've ever seen. It was about 6 feet long and as thick as my arm. And when it came out of the burrow, it was already agitated. It took one look at me and it reared up and made a noise, and I'm not kidding, mate, it sounded like a dragon. And I would have killed that snake that day, but I had dogs with me, so I ran away to protect the dogs so they wouldn't attack it. And I didn't get my ferret back. So, you know, I made the obvious assumption that particular ferret succumbed to a snake bite and didn't come out. So, you know, it does happen. But other than that, I haven't seen many come out of burrows. Maybe one other time there was one. But what normally happens is you're walking through grass like this in this sort of area, and as soon as the snake tries to run away from you, guess where he goes? Straight into the burrow. They don't stay in the burrows though. The mother rabbits do attack them to protect their young, and they chase them out a fair bit. So the old myth that snakes live in rabbit burrows doesn't really hold with me, because the mothers wouldn't stand for it. I've seen videos of rabbits attacking snakes. So no, they don't stay in the burrows. Not with all the information that I've got anyway. Alright guys, I'll finish setting up when I'll get back to you. A few potty calves there, and a goat, and a sheep. Geez, you wouldn't go hungry in this country, would you? Alright, get back to you. Just on that, big shout out to Les Nelson. Those nets are still going good as gold, Les. Beautiful job, mate. They're such good nets. So I recommend anybody who's after some nets to get a hold of Peter, who's on Facebook. He lives out at Bendigo. If you don't know his Facebook, just get in contact with me and I'll put you in contact with him. And if you're in the UK, Nelson's Net Loft on Facebook. I highly recommend their nets because they're fantastic. I've been using these nets for years, still going strong, mate, and I use them probably a lot more than most. And if they can stand up to what I give them, you know you're onto a good thing. Let's stick in a couple of the old brigade first. Come on, Willow. Sally, Sissy, Willow, these three are getting, well, they're not very old, but you know, they're between the ages of 5 and 7. So they're getting on a little bit. 5 and 7 doesn't sound particularly old, but for a working ferret that gets worked as much as these, it takes their toll eventually. And they get kicked and bumped around and bitten, but they're well fed and well looked after, so you know, you get 5 or 6 years out of a working ferret, you're doing alright. They'll live longer, they just slow down, they slow right up. At 23 degrees here today, Celsius. there. I just seen his head and he went back. See all the dust coming up out of the hole. I'm not sure which way he went. Might have gone back over that way. Okay, mine. That's good dogs, mine. Mine. So if you have a look at the dirt here on the edge of this pipe here, give you an idea about what the ground is actually like. And this is sandy ground. Can you imagine trying to dig 6 to 8 feet down through that? And that's on the edge where it gets a bit of moisture and it's exposed. And further in you go, the harder it gets. So give you an idea about what it'd be like to dig here. It's just packed solid, sun-baked, even though it's sandy. Parts of it'd still be alright, like if you look here it looks sandy. And remember, and they dig this when it's winter usually, and when the ground's soft. A bit of a run through there. There's old Sally. Put her back. I can see a hole over here. I wanted to make sure that they got in. Find it again now. Here. Doesn't go in. Doesn't go in. The only one who hasn't come up so far is Willow. Not surprising. Sounds like they've caught one down here. Sally. Tot, 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 tot. I just seen a rabbit. Willow. Chase up. See. Looks like they've worked this end. We'll drop them down this end. Move. Good dogs. Cass, Fleet, it's alright Fleet, good boy. Oh, good dogs. Dog caught him before it even got out. Good dogs. Good dogs. Mine. Mine, Fleet. Good boy. Good boy. Good girl, Cass. Oh, there goes another one. Oh, lucky rabbit. Drop back down in here somewhere. we have got another one back up in this end now. When I pick these ones up, I'll stick a couple of fresh ones in here, fresh ferrets. Try and get that one out. Shout out to Irish Matty too, Irish Matt. When are you coming up, mate? When the restrictions lift, give me a call, buddy. Only Willow's still down. There she is. What I'll do now, move. Chuck these young ones through. Give them a bit of work. Young guns. These two are beauties, mate. They're working good. They're young and they're very keen. See what happens. Oh, I can hear one squealing. Move. Down deep. Move, Fleet. Move. That one is a bit of a drop off and it just goes in and down. So that ferret now, it's caught that rabbit, it'll kill it and then come out. If it gets blocked in behind it, it'll start digging. And because it's sandy, it'll be a bit easier for it. Sometimes it might take them maybe an hour to dig past, sometimes 10 minutes. But they'll dig past it. If they get blocked in behind it, they'll dig past it. Put it this way, by the time I dug down to it, the ferret would have already dug past it. That's usually what happens when you start digging. You start digging, and usually, an hour later, you see the ferret pop out with fur and dirt all over it. So when you get in that rocky ground where they can't dig it, and the shale, that's when you're better off using trackers every time, and even then, to dig down to it, you better go get a crowbar and spend about 5 hours digging. Good thing about this country is when a rabbit dies in a burrow, the ants find it really quick. We've got these ants and they eat meat. They love meat. When a rabbit dies, they clean them up real quick. And she is. Well, she's definitely killed that. So, good girl. Good girl. Just one other thing about the people who do use cut bucks out there. If you look at my gills, they're not a lot smaller than a cut buck anyway. They are a little bit, but not hugely so, depending on what size cut bucks you use. Most people like them a little bit smaller. But they're big gills, no, they're not small. Nothing wrong with using the small ones, just you've got to use more of them, because they don't have the stamina of the bigger ones. You don't want them that big that they just kill them one after another. You don't want that. Not in this type of country. Anyway, I'll try a couple of smallish cut bucks, the smallest ones I can breed this year. I'll get the two smallest ones out of Grace, get them castrated, and I'll give them a shot, see how they go. Down. Crackers, these young ones. It's just full of life, aren't they, when they're young? Just heard a bolt here. There we go. All right, dogs. Okay. Okay, mine. Cass, mine. Cass. Number 4. Ooh. I think it went into the pipe. I know. There's definitely more rabbits in here, but because we've had so much commotion above the ground, they get more hesitant to bolt and they run in circles. So what I normally do is, once that starts happening, like now, we've got 4 rabbits out, I'll pick the ferrets up as soon as they come out, move to the next burrow. You can persist and keep putting the ferrets through, and yes, eventually they will get sick of running around and either get trapped in a corner or they'll bolt. But it takes time, and you're wearing your ferrets out just for that, those hesitant rabbits, when you're better off going on a new burrow, putting them in, getting the easy ones that bolt, quick 3 or 4, and then move on. Just my opinion. and put it in the shade. Both of them. So they've killed one in there. Working good. Alright, good job. Move on to the next one. I'll gut these, put them in the esky, move on to another burrow. Just giving the ferrets a drink. This cage has got a little bit of a water container there. I just put water in it so they can get a drink. Very important, guys, especially when it's warm like this, to make sure you keep your ferrets well hydrated. Be silly not to. Same with your dogs. And we're a bit worried about keep on going because of the weather. Ferrets get too hot and the dogs get too hot, so we'll have a bit of a think about it. There's always tomorrow, you know, you don't want to overwork your dogs in the heat, so they're buggered for tomorrow. Still clean enough, but they're warming up. crop there, guts there, liver's still in. Crop there, guts there. This one I'll cut up as soon as I get home. That's how we do it in the big city, mate. Yeah, I might pack up, guys. It's just getting too hot. Even I'm starting to get pretty warm, 25 degrees Celsius. I mean, it's just not that hot, but starting to get there. It was a little bit cooler when I got here, but starting to warm up now. Get this bloody shirt off. Too hot. Okay, guys, I might pack up. I've got four rabbits. Not sure. Maybe I'll stick the ferrets in that one over there. I just don't want to get stuck in the heat. Not so much for me, but for the dogs and ferrets, it gets bloody hot. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're still keen enough. There's no worries. See what happens. Alright, guys, I've decided to do one more. This stalking one, you can see one trying to sneak up on it. Decided to do one more. I'm not going to net it, or I just want to get in and out as quick as I can. There is a burrow just here, and normally if they come out of here they'll try and run to this burrow here where the net's set up. So if they hit the net they'll get caught, and if they run out this way the dogs will get them. But they might try and pop out into this burrow here. Not too sure, but I'll stand out here and let the ferrets do their thing. Just got to worry about the long grass. So this burrow comes all the way around out here. There's nothing out this way. I might have to stand out here because if ferrets get into this grass I'll lose them. Alright. I'll put 3 ferrets in for now. So it's basically ferreting no nets, isn't it, just about? I want to stand over there to stop them running to that burrow, but I've got to keep an eye on out here in case they escape into this grass. If they get out here I'll see them. Zip can see it, she's just waiting for it to move because she knows it'll drop down using her experience. Oh, fleet. So Zip would have waited for it to run away from the hole and then she would have picked it up, just older and smarter. So this one will hit the net. Bang! Good dogs! Good dogs! Cat, Zip, go watch him. All right, mine, mine, Cass, mine. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, oh, geez, he almost got it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bloody rabbits running everywhere over there. Ferret out. Untangled. Hoo hoo hoo. Got in a log. Hoo hoo hoo. Oh! I let the net go. I should have held it up. Hoo hoo hoo. Go get him. He'll get through the fence. Oh! He's just sitting there. Bang. The collies. Next door's collies chased it. Alright, mine. 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 A few in that burrow. And there's another one. Hoo 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 hoo. Hoo hoo. Oh! Next there. Geez, we would have got a few out of there. Only if I had this net up there, would have got another two. Let's get this net up. A lot of emies come out of there, but it's a few. Oh well, missed a few and got a couple. It's better than none. Yeah, the clouds are coming over. I would have netted that hole too. It was getting too hot. Now, wouldn't you know it, the clouds are coming over, it's starting to get a bit cooler. These bloody hard to get in. Hey boy. That rabbit was going to go through the fence and the next door neighbour's collies chased it back. There it's out. Hoo! Hoo 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 hoo! Hard for them to get them in these through that scrub back down. Once they get in the wood like that, very hard. Good footage though. Uneven ground, sticks and shit everywhere. It's hard for the dogs. Can't blame them for that. Bolting pretty good out of here. There must be quite a few in here, which is good news. Like all the ones you miss, it's always good because you'll come back next time, you know they're there. People make the mistake of trying to get them all. If you do that, you know, there's no ferrets left, no rabbits left to breed. You're cutting your own throat. There's another two in that burrow now, but I'm not going to try and chase them out because you're going to get in trouble. They're going to run in circles. That being said, guys, what I will say is when they come out of one burrow, which is usually their own, into a neighbouring burrow, especially the bucks, they're territorial a little bit and they can be unfamiliar. When you get a rabbit in an unfamiliar burrow, like the one that ran out of here and went in there, usually for whatever reason they do bolt easier. It's just a bit of an observation I've made over the years. Hey old girl, still working good, aren't you? I'm not going to worry about too many more, guys. I mean, I just wanted to give them a quick run. I mean, the clouds have come over and it is cooling down, but make no mistake, if you're them dogs running around like that, you're getting hot. Like I said, so for me, it's always tomorrow and it's 10 minutes up the road. I've got as many burrows as I want to do for the rest of my life within half an hour of my place where I live, and I've got permission on all of it. So I'm blessed. Farmers around this area, they're very, very good about letting people on. They don't like shooting all that much, although this property I'm allowed to shoot on. But I don't shoot, so it doesn't matter. So I'm blessed. I'm just fortunate that I'm in a place where, you know, the rabbit's actually costing the farmer, a lot of money from the amount of grass that they eat. If they go unchecked in places like this, the numbers explode. So we've still got two ferrets down, two young ones. And as soon as they come up, I'm going to pack up and go. Dogs have had a good run. If it was a little bit cooler, I'd keep going, but it's borderline. Like I said, it's always tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually going to be a better day, so I'll probably come out and spend most of the day ferreting tomorrow. Not sure if I'll come here and finish the rest of this paddock, or I'll head out to Fred's place. Probably go to Fred's. I haven't been there for ages, and Fred's is directly across the road. He owns, I don't know if you can see that old house through there. There's no one living in it. If you watch my videos, you would have seen that house a few times, all the way through to that fence. And that paddock over there, I'm telling you, mate, there's some rabbits in there. Probably more rabbits in that paddock over there than I've seen in a long time. Even right now, I haven't been there for a while, but I know they would have bred right up. No one touches them out there, so they just explode in numbers. I go out there and I'm getting like 20 out of each burrow, so there've always been big numbers out there. And Mick's got a hedge line that I need more than one person to do. I don't know how many was along that hedge line. It's not actually a hedge, it's box thorns and a fence through the middle of it, and it's just one big warren for about a mile or two. But you need a few people and a whole bunch of ferrets to just sort of work it day by day. Start at one end and work through. Run the long nets as far as you can. Trouble with these, they run up the middle and in and out a bit because you can't put the stop nets in, and you can't net them because it's box thorn, like a little bit like a, I don't know what to compare it to really. They're prickly like a blackberry bush, not quite as prickly, but you can't get into them to set purse nets. I don't know if you've seen them. They're a green bush with little orange berries. They get these little orange berries on, and the green leaf, small green leaves drop off them. They're seasonal, the leaves and the berries. Can't eat the berries, unfortunately. Although lizards eat them. Lizards love them. I had to go to the car. Dog stayed on the hole. That's the last of them out. It's gone back down. She is. Alright, that's it for me, guys. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy it. Take care. Bye bye for now.